Yep. Hello, guys. Yeah. So there have been a few questions that I see that seem to be recurring right now that everyone is talking about. That's on Twitter and a lot of them in the YouTube comments. And so I said that the best thing to do is maybe address those things via live stream because I think that's the best way to do that. But before we get into it, we just got to take a look at some stats here, guys. Some interesting stats. We've got some on PLSburn.com. We've got some bridge stats. Hex, there's 401 million hex that has been bridged over. DAI, that's a stable coin, 9.7 million that has been bridged over. USDC, 6.8 million. ETH, 3,500. USDT, 1.8 million. So those funds are starting to drip onto Pulse Chain slowly. And the stats that I like the most: how much is being burnt, how much is being destroyed, how many coins are being taken out of supply, right? So for PLS, we've got 774 million. For Pulse X, we have 13 billion. So the Pulse X is burning coins like crazy. And validators, guys, this is another huge one: 7,948 validators, right? Talk about decentralization. And gas fees right now, to send the PRC20 tokens at 647, 91 to send Pulse, and then 1,511 for a Pulse X transaction. So things are kind of settled down in terms of transaction fees. And right now, I think the only thing that is an issue right now is possibly bringing in funds from the bridge. So because we need some of that liquidity, more of that liquidity to come in, and it has not yet, that hasn't happened yet, right? So the liquidity is slowly dripping onto Pulse Chain. Slowly dripping onto Pulse Chain. Now, some people seem to be worried about is Pulse Chain a rug? That's the question that we see a lot of people. And I think that, to myself, one of the most surprising thing is that I think there's a lot of people who got into Pulse who seem to be new in the crypto space, because the one thing that is certain, right, about crypto is volatility, and prices will always pump up and they'll always pump down. And like Richard Hart always says, right, that volatility is the price you pay for the best performing asset in the world. And that's easier said than done. So to actually hodl for the first 2 years, where there was no choice but to hodl, was easy. Now is the tough time. Now is where the real money is made, because the hodlers, that's when that's when people prove themselves. Because we've seen the stats, right? People who are dumping at significant losses, and especially right now where look, I like what Crypto 7 said. He said that Richard Hart says that don't use the bridge. So to him, the bridge doesn't exist yet, right? And for you to start treating these prices as set as the prices is kind of wrong, because we haven't had that much liquidity come in yet. We haven't had liquidity come in yet. So okay, let's just say it's all part of the master plan, just like Hex. I don't know if it's all part of the master plan. I don't know. I don't know. Because some of these things seem to be unpredictable. Last border. Great stream as always, David. Thanks. How long do you think it'll take before we can buy more Pulse and Pulse X without transaction issues due to gas fees? Will only go higher from now. Look, I think gas fees are kind of okay right now, right? They are not too cheap. It's probably about if you are saying a Pulse X transaction is about 1,000 something, that should be working out at about 10-20 cents, right? So I think that if it's working out at about 10-20 cents, I don't think that's too bad. 10-20 cents. Look, it's not what we wanted, right, initially, but it's it's not the end of the world as well, right? Paying 10-20 cents for transaction fees. And if we are if we still have those huge expectations for massive gains, that means that it should be okay. I called it 60 to 90% post-launch dip. I think Motley Investor had the same opinion. Still bullish long term. This was expected for some of us. Yes, but then it begs the question. Okay, then why did he sacrifice? Right? Why did he sacrifice? I remember a long time ago listening to one stream where he was saying that we might expect a dip, right? Yeah. I don't think anyone was expecting that type of traffic. Okay, in regards to transaction fees, that yeah. The Passport faucet gave me plenty for gas. Yes, the Passport faucet, Passport BNB pot, they've got a faucet where you can get 2,500 PLS tokens for transaction fees, and I think that's a really good thing that they're doing. That's a very, very good. The faucet does take time though to get those transactions through. I will tell you, if it was a rug or not, I can get my funds through that bridge in order to buy Pulse X at a major discount I want to fill my bags. Yep, that's the thing. There is a huge discount right now, and it's a good thing for those who want to buy more, and it presents an opportunity as well for those who want to get in the ecosystem who did not get a chance to sacrifice. And so, I think, yeah, it's both things. Look, the price only matters when you want to sell, and I think we should be thinking about selling at the top of the cycle. That's when we should be thinking about. That's when we should be thinking about selling, not now. Maybe the top of the cycle, yeah, and which could be in about possibly. I think the earliest would be about 18 months. Okay, let's take a look at some of these comments. The price is not real until the bridge is fixed. Yeah, the price can only be real when we have massive amounts of liquidity, and yeah, investors will love to buy Pulse on official launch day at be patient on official launch day. Pulse has launched already. Majority of people who recently got into crypto never experienced a coin launch. I think it would be helpful to go into some cases of the coin launches. Yeah, but here's the thing about coin launches, and I think Pulse Chain is very different from most coin launches. It's the way it's launched is completely different. So I don't think that if you look at previous token launches, I don't think that that fully applies, especially because of the current situation that we have right now, where because most tokens, right, when they launch, they sometimes have an exchange listing, or maybe they're launching on Ethereum, and the infrastructure is already built to support people who want to come and buy. All that is easy. Like right now, if you have Ethereum and you want to buy Pulse, how can you buy it? There's no way to buy it right now, right? The only way I would guess is probably if Ethereum want to buy Pulse is go to the Pulse spot faucet, get some PLS tokens, and then use those to bridge your funds from Ethereum onto Pulse. The liquidity is still very low, but look, some of it is high. Like I think we looked just now. There's about 9.7 DAI, so it's starting to come up, but it's right now it's extremely difficult to get into Pulse. It's extremely difficult to get into Pulse right now. So and yeah, it's not concrete. Everything. Yeah. What will you expect ahead? What will we expect? There was no use. Okay, yeah, I also see this comment. A lot of people saying that what was the use of the sacrifice, especially now that the coin prices is down. And the one thing that I want to say is that I think my view is that the sacrifice, it was at a time, the sacrifice was held during sort of when the market was still bullish, right? Now, it was the beginning of the bear market. Richard Hart had already announced that we're in a bear market, but most people in the crypto space were still talking like we're in a super cycle. And I believe that if Pulse Chain had launched 3 months after the sacrifice, we would have had massive gains in that time. But again, we would have also gone down with the market. So the price would have dipped again, but we would have had those gains for that period of time. And it's difficult to know because of the volatility of the market. It's difficult to know if most people who want those gains would have even taken profits at that point or not, right? Because one of the things that I find is that the more we hear complaints about the bridge, about transaction fees, but the real core complaint right now, I think, in my view, is price. If price goes up, no one complains about anything. That's what I've seen happen many times, that when price is going up, no one complains about anything. What happened to AMM Fixabot? Wasn't there supposed to be thick liquidity? Well, the AMM Fixabot, yeah, I did not hear much about it. However, the purpose of the AMM Fixabot was for ratio trading, was to kind of prop up PRC20 tokens. So I don't think it was deployed because I don't see much activity happening with PRC20 tokens right now. That were forked from Ethereum. So I don't think it did much. I didn't hear about it. But the AMM, its job was not to bridge in USD liquidity. It was to prop up PRC20, the coins that are being forked. What time frame do you want to estimate for quick, smooth transaction on bridge? Yeah, I think all this pent up demand has to be eaten up first, and it's going to be a slow grind in my view. I think we should expect things to settle down possibly sometime next week, and yeah, I hope more capital continues to come through the bridge slowly though. Yeah, the discount is a potential life-changing wealth. Yes, the problem with this discount is this, right? How do you tap into that discount, right? How do you get a hold of this discount, especially with the current environment where there's no way to get Pulse? How do you get it? How do you benefit from the discount? How does new money come in? Yeah. The farm is up and looks pretty good. I haven't looked at the farm yet. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that. When dumb celebrities are buying NFTs for 1 million, then I'll sell. Yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe, maybe this is maybe yeah, maybe yeah. And one thing about selling though that I want to say is that never sell everything, right? If you're gonna sell, always try to keep a portion. Always leave something. Yeah, because there's a guy who saw me shared it on Twitter. A guy who dumped all his entire bag for fake USDC coin or fake stable coin, right? And then he got raped. And but as a rule for me, I always say that never dump everything. The reason you never dump everything is that coins can sometimes pump harder than you think, right? Like let's say if you put a grand, right, and that grand turns into 100 grand. Why would you sell and take the entire 100 grand? Why not just take maybe 60, 70, 80 and leave the other one? Because it's all profit now at that point. Never dump everything. Dump price to gloat a 10,000x manipulation. Will the bridge be there for good, or is it just needed for this transaction? Or it looks like it will be there for long term. I think it's a long term thing. And here's the thing, right? Bridges in nature they do have admin keys, right? And I think my understanding is that the bridge contract holds some money. So for me personally, I think the best strategy is if you're getting the bridge, don't stay in the bridge, right? If you get in the bridge, go put your money into PLS, put your money into PLSX, put your money into like real decentralized crypto. Yeah, because if because okay, here's my understanding of how bridges work. I don't know how this particular bridge works exactly, right? You've got Ethereum, you take that Ethereum, you put it in the bridge issues a coin representing the Ethereum that you put, but the bridge is holding the Ethereum. So you can, if you want to get out, you give the bridge back that other coin, then the bridge gives you back the Ethereum. So and bridges have been hacked at some point, right? But this one has never been hacked before. But still, I would just use the bridge as a transit position, the same way I would use an exchange. It's not the same, but for me personally, that's how I would use it. I would use it as an exchange, yeah. I mean, real crypto Pulse is real crypto, Hex is real crypto, and so yeah. Super cycle. Yeah, there was a lot of talk of crypto prices will never go down forever. We're going to be in super cycle. Yeah, there was a lot of talk of that. The bridge took me 34 hours and yet to receive. Yeah, there's a lot of demand right now. There's a lot of demand. I think everything will smooth out and yeah. Is there any way to buy Pulse or Pulse X now? Unless the only way to buy is through the bridge, right? If you bridge in money but you need PLS tokens for that. If you don't have PLS, you cannot do it right now. And that's why these prices that we have right now are not like real prices, right? That's why they're not real prices. Make sure to use the correct contract. Oh my god, this is the most important. If there's ever an important post, this one is. I mean, yeah, it's make sure. I think the most important thing is to double check and double check and double check and double check again, and make sure that you're using the proper one. Hey, Kaisa, thank you. What's up, my man? Yo, what's up? Can you make a vid on how to bridge in eHex and pair it with pHex to provide liquidity, so one can earn fees? Yeah. PLX on the DEX is showing up as 46 cents. Can that be correct? Right. I don't know if it's 100% correct right now, but what I would say is that there isn't much liquidity. So you can make the price anything you want to be if you've got a big position, right? You can buy and the price will skyrocket up, or you can dump and the price will dip hard. Stabilize prices will stabilize once we have enough. Once everyone wants to bridge in their funds, once there's a way for people to get in on for new money to come into Pulse, that's when everything will stabilize. And I'll reiterate what Crypto 7 said. He said that Richard had said don't use the bridge now. So according to him, the bridge doesn't exist. So yeah, just I think the best strategy, and if you've already started transactions, that's fine. But if you're not deeply into understanding the intricacies of all this, I think the best strategy is probably wait. Yeah. Best thing to do is let the dust settle. Yeah, exactly. From the bridge and let the stampede stop. Richard Hart knows what he's doing, and we're still extremely confident on the potential gains on Pulse Chain. Yep. Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? I think the best thing is to think about your time horizon and have a long-term perspective. Because if you're thinking short-term, I don't think that's not a winning strategy. The winning strategy in crypto has always been having the long-term perspective. unless if you want to play the gambling games, which are high risk, especially like if you're just hopping from coin to coin, that is high risk. What you want to do is you want to do what gives you the best chance to win. And I think that the long term game gives you the best chance to win. And now there is a thing here, right? If you have these low prices, unfortunately, it's really difficult to deploy more capital there right now until the bridge is all cleared up and the pulse is easy to access. But the best strategy would be now to start dollar cost averaging at low prices. But I mean, if prices dip, it means one thing. If you still believe in the same thesis that you used when you initially invested, you have to buy more to bring down your cost basis. How much Pulse to become a millionaire? This is a good question. I think I'll make a video about this. It's a good question, right? It needs some calculations and yeah, it needs some calculations and obviously some models to see what exactly do I think that the prices will do over time. What does the future hold and all that other good stuff. Let's take a look at some of these comments. The Holy Trinity Hex, Hex is Bitcoin, PLS is Ethereum, PLSX is Uniswap, Richard Hart, the Tony Starks of crypto, next Mexican wallet, game over. For me, I kind of disagree with this take. I don't think, I honestly don't think that Richard Hart should launch a wallet. Because I mean, look, the blockchain is going to be a lot of work because obviously the blockchain is unless possibly the blockchain is getting in the is going to be going in the hands of the validators, if they're the ones who are going to be in charge of development over time, then yeah. But if he's dealing with the blockchain, which definitely will need some work over time, need to start thinking about scaling and possibly reducing those transaction fees. Because if we start to grow and grow and grow and grow and onboard more people, transaction fees will be a problem. So we've got to start thinking about scaling solutions. And then when it comes to Pulse X, you also have to start thinking about innovating. That's just reality. Because if Pulse X does not innovate, obviously some other competition will come and take its place, right? I mean, if you look at Uniswap, they did V1, V2, V3, and if you look at PancakeSwap, I think they're also doing the same thing. They're innovating, they're improving. So in my view, I think that those two are so much work that I think I'm not at this point. I'm not excited about a wallet. I think that in my opinion, the wallet, I think, leave that to like Staker app, or there's, I think, Internet Money, they're doing a wallet. And I think that some of those people are already trusted in the community as well. So I'm not excited about wallet. Yeah. Okay. Anyone getting no transactions found, even posting? Yeah. Then we have a lot of people questioning price. Look, price. Yeah, price is right for price. Now is not the right time to ask about price. But even if you do want to ask about price, cryptocurrencies are volatile, right? And right, obviously, look, yeah, this language might sound a little bit harsh, but yeah, sacrifice means sacrifice. I remember, yeah, the founder of Staker App used to post that a lot. That guys, sacrifice means sacrifice, right? So we can go to the dictionary and find what does sacrifice mean, and yeah. But in regards to price, I would say that I'm a strong believer that price will do extraordinarily well over time. But the reason why I'm using this kind of seemingly harsh language is because obviously you can't be complaining and saying, why is price not going up? Because this is free market mechanics. The free market decides what price is. And the free market has not even gotten a chance to price discovery. Is wrapped pulse the same as real pulse? Well, it's equal. It's equal. It's not the same. Wrapped pulse is like the PRC20 version of pulse. So in order for you'd have to unwrap it in order for you to convert it into to real pulse. What will happen to the dollars sacked based on your opinion? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing will happen to them. Nothing will happen to them. I mean, there's a famous saying, right? No expectation of profit from the work of others. I don't think anything will happen to the dollars. Possibly behind the scenes, right? If you're asking me behind the scenes, probably they'll be used for several things. Like, if I had to guess, I would guess possibly like maybe some form of development, building, and maybe some form of marketing, if I had to guess. But I would say that the best thing is to just know that nothing will happen. The dollars are, yeah. People with no pulse can't even buy now. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, right? That's the biggest problem, that there's nowhere to get in. I think in the long run it will do very well, but no more sacrificing for me. Yeah. till everything gets settled and it's easy to buy, it will cost the cost will increase significantly. Yeah, and about this, yeah, I think, look, obviously, I think there's going to be innovation in how projects are launched on Pulse Chain and everywhere, right? If you look at what's happening right now, even on Ethereum, how projects are launched is innovating all the time. So I can understand the sentiment that no more sacrifice. Yeah, and that's fine. You're gonna have different ways of launching. Look at how the Zen guys are doing it, right? There's many projects being built there by the Zen teams. Look at how some projects are launching on Ethereum and other blockchains. I think that it's there's a lot of innovation happening in how projects are launched. So I can agree that the sentiment of sacrifice might not be as good as it was, but that's a good thing. Things have to evolve over time, and I think the most common way of launching projects right now is some kind of airdrop to build a community. But obviously, it's a little bit more complex. You have an airdrop, and then you have possibly what some projects do. They have airdrop, then they have partnerships with exchanges. Then they can work around in a way like that, right? So they have. That's great because it allows them to reward their communities and allows also for them to tap into some liquidity if they want to tap into some liquidity. Till everything gets settled and it's easy to buy, it'll cost. Yeah. You're doing a great job, brother. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Jay. Everything. Thank you. Pulse X selling for 50,000 to one DAI, and the same time. And the same $1 in USD buys only 11.9 Pulse X. Everyone needs to just hold on. I think the long time Hexicans are trying to get Pulse X sacrifices to sell at a 5x loss. Okay, now this is an important post, right? I want to just make one correct here. One USD buys only 11.1 correction, sorry. 11.9 Pulse X, right? This is probably fake USD, the USD that has been copied over, not real USDC. Not real USDC from that's backed by Circle. This is USDC that's forked over. So it's not real USDC. And it's important to know the difference because if you want to take profits and you say, okay, let me take profits into USDC, and you find that maybe the rates seem crazy, understand. Like if you take a look at what they're writing now is that they'll write Ethereum from Ethereum, right? Wrapped Ethereum from Ethereum mainnet. So to show that this is money that is coming from the bridge, I think it's important for that. And for me, stable coins. I think I'm not going to be playing too much with stable coins on Pulse. I would rather keep stable coins on other blockchains for now until the dust settles and it's easy to differentiate forked over DAI and real DAI that's backed by Maker. Forked over USDC and real USDC backed by Circle. Because one of those is redeemable, the other isn't. So I think for me, stable coins are a big no-no. And I mentioned the story of what happened where someone thought they became a billionaire and tried to sell all for USDC, and surprise, they sold in the wrong USDC. So I wouldn't touch stable coins right now on Pulse. Maybe if liquid loans, because I don't think there's a liquid loans stablecoin version on Ethereum. If there's a stable coin that I know that is for Pulse Chain only, and it's a real stable coin that is only on Pulse Chain, those are the stable coins that I think I'll be more interested in. People worry too much. As soon as the bridge works 100%, Pulse will be 3x SAC price. So it's all good. Yeah. I'm inclined to agree with you here. Jeff, hope so. A lot wants to get out right now, including myself. I think there's a huge cohort of people who are new to the crypto space who probably wants to get out. But I don't think that would be the right strategy. But when all the stuff clears out, we might not pump up so quickly because those profit takers or loss takers are going to want to do that quickly. But I in my view, I think that it'll end in pain. But obviously, not financial advice, right? Everyone has to be able to do their own thing and try and have that understanding themselves. Yeah. How long will the bridge take? Look, I think the best thing right now is to just give the staff time. Give it a week or so. But obviously, follow what's going on a daily basis because something might change. The one thing that I was really saddened by, right, is the fact that we don't have any exchange listings. If we had an exchange listings, all these problems would not exist. Because the exchange would just act like would just do the job of a bridge, and exchanges do that job better. Now exchanges have a problem with that you are giving custody to your keys to someone else, right? But for the most part, if you are getting in an exchange and getting out, if that's all you're doing, you're getting into buy pulse and then you get out immediately, the risk is minimal. Plus, most exchanges are cheaper than using the blockchain in terms of transaction fees. So you can batch your transactions. If you want to bridge over, say you want to bridge over 10K, you send 10K of worth of Ethereum, you buy 1,000 of, or maybe you send 1,000, buy 1,000, withdraw it, send another 1,000, buy 1,000 pulse, withdraw it. And exchanges actually don't need it. All they need to do is announce, we're listing pulse. Anyone who has pulse, deposit your pulse for us to have liquidity. And then pulse whales will deposit. I'm sure that lots of people want to take profits. They'll deposit their pulse onto exchanges. And there's liquidity. People can start buying and selling on those exchanges. But for some reasons, unfortunately, I didn't anticipate that we would also have some kind of gatekeeping for pulse. Because I mean, you look at, I haven't seen a CoinDesk article, I haven't seen a Cointelegraph article, I think the in terms of YouTubers that are not in the Pulse ecosystem, I've only seen Crypto Banter and Ivan on Tech talk about Pulse Chain. And strangely, BitBoy, I haven't even seen BitBoy talk about it. And BitBoy is I would assume friends with Richard Hart. I mean, Richard Hart went to his studio, they went to a concert together and all that other good stuff. But I haven't heard him talk about Pulse. So yeah, the gatekeeping is one of those things that I didn't expect, but it's I think it's kind of a hindrance to just allow smooth sailing of all the stuff, because it can really make simplify all of the stuff, and the bridge will then become an alternative, right? And then it reduces pressure on the bridge. And the unfortunate thing is this, though, right? That this might actually attract some people, some other maybe scammers, to create their own bridge that's not so reliable, and then at the end of the day, bring those rug pulls. Because I mean, we might have gatekeeping in terms of media, but I'm sure people can see that a lot of money is moving into this ecosystem. People can see that hexagons are willing to pay high transaction fees to get their transactions through. They can see all of this stuff, and so yeah. Crypto is my retirement. How you want to retire if you want out now? Yeah, you can't. How is it going, Crypto Power? I've jumped in late. So many, so you may have touched this, but I've been stuck in the bridge for 33 hours now. Anyone else? Yeah, they asked. I've seen. I haven't used the bridge yet. I haven't. But I have seen this as well, and I think that from the comments that I've seen online, right, they seem to be saying that just be patient and everything will be sorted until the bridge. And I don't know if is it a transaction fee issue or not? Because if it's a transaction fee issue, maybe, like, obviously, maybe you can add a little bit more gas fees. But what I'm saying here is not something that I know. It's just a speculation of what might be the issue, that maybe if you bump up the gas fee, the transaction will go through first. But the real answer is I don't know. Until the bridge liquidity comes in fully and most people actually get Pulse to actually do anything on the platform, we know the real price? No, we won't. No. Yeah, we need that liquidity to be able to move freely in and out. Why hasn't Richard Hart prepared for this much influx of people bridging across assets? The validators should have been prepared for this traffic, especially after 2 years of testing. I think that the demand was greater than anything anyone had ever anticipated. And I mean, the testnet had been tested rigorously. I mean, you remember the transactions that were going through on testnet, right? And yeah, but I also remember the previous live stream when we had the successfully 4 million transactions on testnet. One of the comments was like, guys, these transactions are not the same as when the blockchain is operating. Because when the blockchain is operating, now you've got smart contracts interacting. It's not just basic send and receive. So I think they did their best to rigorously test this, but some things were just not anticipated. Yeah, that's my view. Yeah, that's that. Well, people should see that this can be a good opportunity to DCA on Pulse X. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, Pulse X on the steel right now. Yeah, I mean, I saw. Yeah, definitely. I got plays. I just 15x into 2 weeks. It got plays right now. I need liquidity. Pulse not gonna 10x anytime soon. There are times more people with big bags that want in, and a small group of impatient folks wanting to get out. Yeah, I think the most important players in the ecosystem are the whales, right? The top sacrificers. Those are the most important players, and I don't think those are the other people complaining. I think the people complaining are probably possibly the smaller sacrificers. So yeah, now they definitely will have a lot of deciding factor in the short term of where price goes. But it's one of the things that happens with with this is that the dumpers will dump until they run out of dry, they run out of stuff to dump, and then the hexagons take over, and then it's and then it's to the moon. Now, okay, there was a question earlier on that what do you think will happen to the sacrifice funds, right? So now we're going to go a little bit of speculation now. Now there has been talk that I've heard before. Now I don't do on-chain analytics, so I wouldn't be able to really say this definitively. But I've heard that Richard Hart sometimes will buy up a lot of X and pump up the price. So if the dumpers dump and the price goes to certain lows, there might be some big buyers with billions of dollars. I'll be on channel your month when it does. Yeah. Awesome. Wrong, but I just verified the USDC is wrapped USDC, so it's now buying 48,000 PLSX. Okay, that's awesome. If you verified it, that's great. Yeah, I use Richard Hart's wrapped USDC address, by the way. That's cool. Well, yeah, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, look, it's like the way you confidently say it, and you've definitely done your research. You've made sure that it's the right address. Yeah, for me, I'm not taking that risk. I think I would rather be in Pulse and in crypto, in real crypto. But I can understand from what you're saying. I think that you've definitely done deep research enough to be confident that you're making the right decision, which is the best strategy. But how do you still? Okay, that's a question. That's a question for Typical. Buying back is the problem. I'm a black guy in crypto. Buying back is the problem. I don't understand. I love that song. Okay. Why are people asking? Why are people asking him any questions? This guy is just another clickbaiter. Oh my god. Yeah, Jack. I've seen Jack commenting a lot of negative stuff. But here's what Jack you cannot deny, right? Because I know that Jack makes a lot of comments about Pulse and how he doesn't like it, how it's bad, and all that other good stuff. But one thing you can't deny is the mind share that has been sucked up by Pulse, including yours, right? Because you are deeply invested in what's going on in this ecosystem. Don't you see value there? Right? Don't you see value in something that's so captivating that it will draw you in so much that you just must hear what's happening. You just must know what's going on. You care so deeply, and that's you ought to be able to see that. Bitboy is occupied with Bencoin. Yeah. Okay, Bitboy is scamming. I don't know. Like, he's not the creator of the Bencoin, right? Isn't he? Just joined the team. But look, I don't know enough about Bencoin. Wish I had a spanner. Jack would be out of here. Yeah. Let's. I don't know how the stuff works, but yeah, I'll learn about it. I don't think the price will ever get down to this till the dust settles. It was a golden opportunity. Yeah. You're an OG. Appreciate. I know the crypto agents that send folks off. Yeah. Well, like Jack has been around like for years now. for years. So, yeah. Can anyone take a chill pill, please? It's Black Friday. Backlog at Pulse Chain Bridge. These unstable prices will settle down as soon as energy stuck at the bridge flows into Pulse Chain. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely. I think after dust settles, prices will never get back. Yeah. After the dust settles, price will possibly the 3x from sack rate is where we're going to stabilize at. Probably that's where we're going to sit at. But I think though that we will wash out weak hands. I think we'll wash out weak hands. PLS fee is too high to swap anything. Look, according to Pulse burn, PLS burn right now it's about a swap is about 1,000. Right, let me check. Yeah, a swap is 1,500, 1,500, which is about, I would imagine 10 cents or under 10 cents. Oh yeah, let's say 20 under 20 cents. It's under 20 cents. So I don't think that's too bad. Where's the exchanges that were lining up to list Pulse Chain? Yeah, that's a good look. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't know. Exchanges should list Pulse Chain. They should, and especially because most of them are in it for profit, right? I mean, look at it. The day Zen launched, the next day they already had a few exchange listings. So Pulse Chain definitely has a significantly more to offer in terms of transaction fees that exchanges can earn, and anyone can see the demand right now on chain. So, and the good thing, exchanges would eat up all that demand just in a day, and would reach price discovery sooner, and will be able to bring capital onto Pulse Chain. But for some reason, they don't. Honestly, I feel the bridge is kept on hold on purpose. He's gonna open up the bridge at once, and all the buys will come in at crazy amounts. That will pump the price like crazy. I don't think it's being held on purpose. I don't think it's being held on purpose. I don't think it's being held on purpose. This sucks for folks who sacrificed. This is all by design. Yeah, I've seen this. Look, this is all by design. I don't think so, right? I mean, okay, remember, guys, for the last 2 years, we've all been saying that it's timing the market and all that stuff, but you realize that this is actually some difficult stuff that's being done here. And one thing that we ought to look at as well, like the impressive thing is that, I mean, the amount of validators we have here is impressive. And there's like, I think 7,000 validators right now. That's what you call decentralization. Because, like, I mean, Binance Smart Chain has 21 validators. And on Pulse Chain here, we have 7,972 validators. So this is huge. And so, yeah. So if it was not by design to launch, if it wasn't timing the market, if it wasn't all of that stuff, then this probably isn't that true. Any idea what tokens on ETH are planning to branch out to Pulse Chain? Well, I think I've seen this one. I'm sure you've seen it as well. Swap. I think you've seen Swap. Swap tokens. Trust Swap. Yeah, Trust Swap. They've got a launchpad, and now they're claiming to be the biggest launchpad on Pulse Chain. So they're promoting the founder is actively promoting the PRC20 version of Swap. So there's that. I don't think the price will ever get down to this again after the dust settles, as we can't buy now. Richard Hart will probably brag about 100x. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? It's a double-edged sword, right? People can't buy now and they also can't sell now. But yeah, some of the noobs are dumping. But actually, okay, come to think of it, it's actually a good strategy to have the bridge not completely be as efficient right now, and then everyone wants to dump quickly, dumps for really low values, and then when the bridge finally fully works functionally well, the dumpers have already dumped, and now you can now bring in that capital. So okay, the people who are saying game theory, yeah, there is, but I don't think it's game theory still. But yeah, there's good logic behind the game theory thesis. Sorry, tests can't be compared, but they should be more prepared. You're right, but we can't. We can do better than this as new chain. But hoping Richard Bob the Builder can fix this fast. Look, he posted and says that look, PulseX is working fine, and Pulse Chain is working fine, so that's good. I already 12x my USD value sacrifice investment in incentive when Richard Hart released wrapped ETH and Pulse from a couple of hours ago. Yeah. Also, you're earning good amount of incentive token. I think, yeah, look, I think I will definitely, that's one thing that I'll definitely look into, the incentive token, because I do see that a lot of people are making it, and right now the price of the incentive token is really good. Yeah, thank you, thank you. When mainnet launched, I thought about swapping PLSX for USDC 20k and then swap it back when things stabilize. A great idea, I think. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, the only thing is that you don't know what's going to happen, right? You might win and then, or you might not. Making 2 incentive token per day, pulling that out as soon as that bridge is up. Yeah. Your laugh is maniacal. Thank you, Elias. Thank you. These coins that have been airdropped, do they need bridging over since we are able to scan them? Well, you don't need to bridge them if you already have them. You don't need to bridge them because if they're copied over, that means you have them in your wallet. Careful with PulseX right now. None of the stables are showing value against it when trying to swap. PLS is showing values against stables. Be careful. Yeah, I think this is definitely the most important thing for anyone doing anything. That be very, very careful. Jack and Zen can really get lost. He's clogging up the system by launching Zen. Bad timing, huh? Nice one, Jack. Launch 2 Zen chains in Pulse chains, not smart, Jack. I hope Richard Hart jacks up transaction fees. Yeah, well, the problem with that is transaction fees go up for everyone. They go up for everyone. How to start with 1K in crypto? How to start with 1K in crypto nowadays? Look, this one is another difficult question. It's another difficult question. I'll definitely have to. I'll definitely, yeah. I'll try and make a video about this. But it's there's no simple answer for this, right? But one thing that you certainly don't want to. The best thing would be to just find maybe uh, a project, good product market fit, which is still small, and that has massive potential, massive growth potential, and jump on that. That's the best strategy in my view. But it takes time. And but okay, it's how you structure the portfolio, right? You want to play defense and offense at the same time. So you want to be able to find some projects so you can put small amounts that can grow big, but that have massive potential. And so this means that you ought to be, if you're going to do research into small altcoins, you've got to give it time. You've got to not hop in when you see a coin pumping, jump into it. No, study a lot. Only ETH USDC has value. Do we know 90k validator? Do we 90k validator at the bridge sponsored by Richard Hart and the whales are just to get the bridge flowing through OOA SEC active the SEC wallets to help? I don't understand. I don't understand. Validators. I'm not sure I understand, but yeah, I did see that there's some donation addresses for sending some crypto to validators. I got it live. MT Coin, awesome. MT Coin, what's up? Jack, do on every only Doge Chain blocked him. Okay, Doge Chain blocked him. Yeah, but here's the thing. I honestly don't have a problem with Zen. I don't have a problem with Jack building what he wants. I mean, look, crypto is open and allows anyone to build whatever they want, right? And that's what he wants. And the reason why I don't have a problem with Jack or him building whatever he wants to build is because I understand one thing that some of the innovation in crypto. For the most part, I think everyone here is a crypto native, right? We understand crypto deeply, but sometimes we are extremely religious about our perspectives and we don't see certain things. For example, NFTs. Most crypto OGs, most hardcore crypto people did not see any value in NFTs, but NFTs are still here. They're doing well. So the fact that we need to be open for innovation that we don't like. That's how I view Zen. If you don't like it, you need to be open for it. And I also think that because of the free claim of Zen, it's easy to use it as an onboarding tool for people who want to get new to crypto. Say, okay, this coin, all you have to do is just claim it. It's free, right? So I think it's easy to bring new people into the crypto space. Now, I've always thought that both Zen and Hex are a good combination because one is a coin built for onboarding people, the other is a coin that's built for price performance. So you can have this one can attract people to this one, and a large chunk of people in Zen are Hexicans, right? That's just the truth. So yeah, I think that That's my view on it. But I agree with the sentiment that, yeah, maybe launching it soon after Pulse Chain was not the best time. Maybe it would have been good to just let Pulse Chain just, we finish at least the first few days, the bridge opens, we can move liquidity freely, and then launch Zen after that. That would have been a better strategy. But look, it is what it is. That's that's that. That's that about Zen. Now, the downside of Zen, though, is the tokenomics. I don't think that the tokenomics are great for long-term price performance. But now, Jack Levin is working on what is he working on again? On another blockchain. So maybe the blockchain will have better tokenomics because I think they want to have limited supply of the coin and all that other stuff. So there's that. So anyway, guys, I think let me just take a look at this. Sorry, I meant to say, do we need more validators, or can we get Richard Hart or Big Whales to help speed up the bridge that I want? No. Validators is just the more validators, the more decentralized it is, right? So like BNB has Smart Chain has only 21 validators. That's all they have, right? But then they're more centralized. So less validators means more centralized control of the network, and less validators also it can make it easier to make the blockchain faster, because it's, I mean, if you're running the whole blockchain yourself, yeah, it can be fast, it can be super fast, right? But if it's decentralized and it has more validators, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But that's why crypto exists, right? I mean, that's why, like, if you look at Bitcoin, is decentralized but as well, so it's like a two-edged side, right? There's a good and the bad of it, right? It's decentralized, but then as well, it's not as fast and all that other stuff. How do you feel about TrustSwap coming to Pulse Chain in terms of impact? How would you rate it 1 to 5? I like it a lot. I like TrustSwap coming to Pulse Chain, and I think it's good for the space. What they do, I think, is important. But their TrustSwap token, I've not seen it do extraordinarily well on Ethereum. So maybe it will do well on Pulse, because they are in early and they'll probably be one of the bigger projects there. I was deep asleep. Oh, black millennial. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I think we can call it a day, right? I think we've addressed a lot of the stuff. I think there's still majority of the sentiment seems to be positive, though. The reason why I wanted to cover this particular topic was the comment section seemed to have a very, very negative perspective. But from this stream, guys, I think it's been great. A lot of positivity and a lot of excitement around Pulse Chain, right? Despite the fact that, everything is not yet moving completely in the way that it should, but it looks like we're getting there. The good thing is Pulse X is burning. Pulse PLS is being burnt as well. So all that other good stuff is happening. So yeah, I think all in all, the sentiment is great. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for joining. I think this is probably the largest stream we've had. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. And see you again next time.